Thanks for joining us. We're back. I'm back with Ryan, Daniel, and Brian, and we're going to talk about sharing the workload, which is so important if you want things to progress as smoothly as they can, and especially if you want to show how much you value not only your child, but your wife. Right, guys? Talk to me about sharing the workload, because it's a whole lot more than just changing a baby or feeding a baby.
Yeah, you know, I considered myself a pretty terrible cook pre-baby, and now that she's doing a lot more around the house or with the baby, I find myself, okay, I got lunches and dinners to prep and breakfast to make, and okay, cleaning up the kitchen and making sure that stuff. So you learn very quickly that the house does not get picked up on its own, and food does not just come to you warm.
Yeah.
You got to get up there and get everything done.
Daniel, you find the same thing?
Yeah, and I think you have to, the workload that you're sharing is exactly that, and you have to decide amongst yourself what that workload is going to be. And so one thing I really try to make sure I do, I don't always do the best job at it, but one thing I really try to do is make sure my wife feels supported in whatever way possible. And so laundry is one of those things I don't really like doing, but every now and again I want to make sure she knows that I appreciate her doing laundry. I appreciate her doing some of those things that she does, because we mentioned it earlier. If she's not happy, then
yeah, and I'll guarantee you, she doesn't like doing laundry either.
Oh, no, she does.
So just take. All right, what are your experiences as far as sharing the workload? Because you have an older child, and then you have the newborn here.
Right. I think it's really key. Something that we've kind of both concentrated on is doing 60-40. So I do 60, she does 60, and then the other partner does 40. And by that I mean you're going to forget something. Something's not going to happen correctly, or you're going to clean up an extra mess. If you think you're doing 60%, you're probably going to meet at 50% somewhere. So do a little bit more than you think you should, and it'll probably end out right to where everybody's doing the same.
And don't get bent out of shape because you're not getting a pat on the back for it. I mean, this is your job now.
Right.
I would think that, to a man, being a dad has got to be the most important job that you'll ever have. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, my wife and I, we tried to get pregnant for a couple of years, and once we finally did, I was all in. I was excited. I was ready for the challenge. I was ready for the new thing. I was ready for the wrench in the spokes of life. And, and it's been an awesome time and a challenging time, definitely the most challenging time, but it's also been the most rewarding. And so I'm excited to pick up the slack and do the things that she can't do because she's feeding the baby or doing this or trying to sleep.
See, but this is a male thing that you just said. I'm going to pick up the slack.
Yeah.
In other words, I'm going to do some of that stuff that she always does. Oh, no, we all do it, guys. I mean, again, it's that pat on the back thing. Pick up the slack. No, you're being a dad. You're being a partner. And I would think that's one thing you find out pretty quickly. We're partners now. This is not she does this and I do that. This is a partner thing, right?
It definitely is a team game, and as much as I learned about child development and all that knowledge went out the window when I had my own kid. And you look at things so differently in life, and you just, I shared before, you just get so emotional about more things. You get more angry at things. I hope that never happens to my kid. But it's just something that I have far more respect for single parents and parents in various situations than I ever did, because I don't know how people are single parents. I don't think I could do it.
I get that.
And so just having my wife there, and it makes me love her all the more because she's there and is being such a great mom.
That is an excellent way to look at it, because Mom doesn't do her part, nothing's going to get done here. Yeah?
Yeah. No, I would agree. It's all about that teamwork. And honestly, you can kind of think of it as what Daniel alluded to was our kids really, you're in it together. When you go through an experience together, you become closer too. So I think it's really important to take a little bit of time out also for yourselves as well, and say, maybe not pat yourselves on the back or individually, but pat each other on the back too, and say, man, we did good today, didn't we? We're knocking this parent thing out of the world. We got it. So I think it's important.
That's true. You need to acknowledge all the hard work that your partner does, throughout. Well, it doesn't stop, guys. Let me tell you, I have 4. They're all out of the house. I get a boomerang every now and then coming back. But You never stop being a dad. It's the most important job that we have. And guys, I appreciate you talking with me about this. Of course, we're going to have more on being a better dad in weeks to come. So make sure you join us then.